Adolf Hitler didn't just want to rule Germany, he wanted to rule the world. And in chasing that vision, he caused the deaths of over 60 million people and orchestrated the murder of 6 million Jews. This is not a myth, this is history. And to understand how one man reached that level of power, we must begin at the very roots of Germany itself. Long before modern borders, Germany was home to Germanic tribes, warriors who resisted the Roman Empire and valued strength, loyalty, and land. For nearly 1,000 years, the region existed as part of the Holy Roman Empire, fragmented but culturally rich. Philosophers like Immanuel Kant, composers like Bach and Beethoven, early advances in science and engineering. Germany was powerful in mind, but divided in politics. That changed in 1871 when Otto von Bismarck unified the nation. Germany rose fast, industrial giant, military powerhouse, one of Europe's strongest economies. But rapid power breeds ambition. Germany entered World War I believing victory was inevitable. Instead, millions of German soldiers died. The country surrendered. The Treaty of Versailles punished Germany brutally. Germany was forced to accept full blame, crushed by debt, stripped of land and military power. This humiliation shattered national pride and created rage. Germany attempted democracy for the first time, but reality was harsh. Hyperinflation wiped out life savings, unemployment skyrocketed, social chaos ruled the streets. People weren't asking, who should lead us? They were asking, who can save us? That's when Adolf Hitler appeared. Who was Hitler? Born in Austria, 1889, failed art student, deep resentment toward elites, Jews, and democracy, exceptional at public speaking and manipulation. Hitler believed Germany deserved to dominate Europe and beyond. His core ideas: Lebensraum, Germany must expand by force. Racial hierarchy, Aryans at the top, Jews blamed for all problems. Absolute loyalty to the state and himself. He didn't believe in democracy. He didn't tolerate opposition, and his regime replaced moral values with obedience. Hitler was not elected dictator. He was appointed chancellor and then suspended civil rights, banned opposition, controlled media and education, turned Germany into a totalitarian state. Fear became law. Under Hitler's rule, 6 million Jews were systematically murdered. Hundreds of thousands of Roma, disabled people, political opponents and others were killed. Concentration and extermination camps were built across Europe. Men, women, children. This was not random violence. It was organized genocide, a highly organized bureaucratic industrial process. Railways, paperwork, technology, all harnessed for murder. Extermination camps, Auschwitz-Birkenau, Treblinka, Sobibor, became death factories. Gas chambers disguised as showers, poison gas, crematoria. Some were worked to death, starved, abused in sadistic medical experiments. By 1945, 6 million Jews, 2/3 of Europe's Jewish population, had been murdered. These are the unassailable, brutal facts of history. Hitler invaded Poland, France, the Soviet Union. At first, Germany advanced quickly. Blitzkrieg shocked the world. But reality caught up. Harsh winters, massive resistance, Allied forces closing in, cities were bombed, millions died. Germany collapsed from within. As Soviet forces surrounded Berlin, Hitler hid in an underground bunker. On April 30th, 1945, he committed suicide. His body was burned to avoid capture. He died underground, defeated and isolated. After the war, Germany was destroyed, split into East and West. The Berlin Wall became a symbol of division. In 1989, the Berlin Wall fell. Modern Germany teaches its dark history openly, honors victims, rejects extremist ideology. It leads in technology, education, and human rights, rebuilding by remembering. Germany made memory part of its identity. Laws, memorials, and education reinforce never again. 5 interesting things to do in Germany today: Berlin Wall Memorial, Holocaust Memorial, Neuschwanstein Castle, Oktoberfest, Black Forest and Rhine Valley. Germany rebuilt, not by forgetting, but by remembering. Long before the rise of the Third Reich, the lands that would become modern Germany were a complex mosaic. For a millennium, these lands were loosely united under the Holy Roman Empire, more concept than centralized state. Still, German-speaking lands became a powerhouse of culture, science, philosophy, and music. Bach, Beethoven, Mozart, Kant, Goethe, Schiller. The dream was realized in 1871, not by revolution, but by Bismarck's statecraft and decisive wars. Unification unleashed economic energy. Factories churned steel. Railways spread. A modern, disciplined army emerged, envied by rivals. Power rested on authoritarian structures. There was a parliament, but real authority lay with the Kaiser and his chancellor. Industrial might and intense nationalism, without deep democratic tradition, mixed with tangled alliances and rivalries. All this set the stage for the catastrophic conflict that would soon engulf Europe. The eruption of World War I shattered a century of relative peace. Germany launched into a war on 2 fronts. Patriotic fervor gave way to trench stalemate that consumed a generation. By 1918, Allies collapsed, civilians starved, armies near defeat. The stab-in-the-back lie claimed politicians, revolutionaries, and Jews betrayed an undefeated army. Versailles, war guilt, lost lands, disarmament, crushing reparations, the diktat. Hyperinflation obliterated savings. Faith in democracy collapsed. After a brief stabilization, the 1929 crash sent unemployment soaring. Paramilitaries battled as emergency decrees eroded norms. People craved a strong leader, setting the stage for Hitler. Conservative elites appointed Hitler chancellor, thinking they could control him. The Reichstag fire, used to suspend civil rights and arrest opponents. The Enabling Act let Hitler rule by decree. Democracy dismantled from within. Opposition parties banned, unions abolished, one-party state declared. Media controlled by Goebbels' propaganda machine. Communists, socialists, and dissenters rounded up. Makeshift camps birthed a terror state. Through legal manipulation, terror, and propaganda, Hitler seized total control. Fear became law, paving the way for war and genocide. Transition comment towards the end. After everything Germany has lived through, empire, collapse, division, and rebirth, modern Germany stands as a country that remembers its past while building a very different future. And today, when you visit Germany, you don't just see landmarks, you see lessons. 5 interesting and meaningful things to do in modern Germany. 1. Berlin Wall Memorial and East Side Gallery. 2. Holocaust Memorial and Jewish Museum, Berlin. These places are designed to educate, not entertain. They explain how propaganda, silence, and hate can lead to tragedy, making them essential visits for anyone wanting to understand modern Germany's values. 3. Neuschwanstein Castle, Bavaria. Built in the 19th century, this castle represents the romantic side of German history, before the World Wars. Surrounded by the Alps, it shows a completely different Germany, imaginative, artistic, and peaceful. 4. Munich's Oktoberfest and traditional beer halls. Beyond the beer, this is about tradition, music, and community. It's one of the best ways to experience German culture as locals do. Loud, friendly, and deeply rooted in history. 5. The Black Forest and Rhine Valley fairy tale villages, medieval castles, and natural landscapes that inspired German folklore. This region shows the timeless beauty that existed long before and survived Germany's darkest years. Germany today is not defined by the man who tried to destroy it, but by the people who chose to rebuild it with truth, responsibility, and remembrance.